Every trader faces challenges that holds them back. But there are a few things that can really set somebody back along their trading journey if they don't avoid it. Some traders learn from the mistakes of others so they don't go through unnecessary failures. But other traders allow themselves to go through many struggles and waste unnecessary time. It's not worth it when you could be making progress and money. Now, of course, there are some struggles you just can't avoid, but most you can tackle head on fairly quickly. Any wasted time only leads to pushing back your day trading success. And I know you don't want to prolong your success any more than you already have. See, these struggles aren't the only reason, but are the main reason why it takes traders 4 to 5 years to become consistently profitable. So if you're serious about your trading success, you'll take this advice serious. Successful day trading starts inside. Now, James, what do you mean inside? I mean inside and inside, right? I say this all the time. Trading is a mirror. It's going to show you who you are, whether you want to accept it or not. So in order to be successful, we need to avoid this at all costs. The first thing among our list of stuff to avoid is not adapting to the markets. Most people want to get into the market and they want to be a one-trick pony doing the same little thing, you know what I'm saying, over and over and over. Hey, look, man, the market changes, okay? There's more volatility. There's a lot of things that are going to move it and manipulate it. There's different players that come into these things. There's certain businesses that used to have a high impact on the market that no longer have a high market share, that no longer make that same amount of movement in that sector anymore. There's a lot of stuff going on, right? A lot of stuff. You want to be able to adapt in this industry. Do not have one strategy and depend on it. Like when I first started, I made a few, but I remember having like one little bread and butter. And when I finally got warmed up, you know, when I was finally passing my challenges on my evaluation firms, and then smack, market changed on me. And I didn't know how to adapt. Back then, I didn't understand that even every season, right, can change your strategy and stuff like that. I didn't know any of that when I was a beginner. Okay, so you want to constantly adapt. Be studying other techniques, other strategies, be learning new things, be a constant student. Like if somebody's been trading the same exact way for 4 years, to me that's a little red flag. Like I'm not saying the foundation, because the foundation to me, yes, definitely could be the same, but like you should be learning something, man. You know, reading books, networking with other people, like trying to learn something. Can you draw your lines or your zones or whatever different, right? Like learn something and constantly adapt so you don't get caught in the market. Because trust me, don't just fall for these little Lamborghini and mansion stories. There's a lot of people too who make money, and then you fast forward, you talk to them in 6 months, they lost everything and more because they were a one-trick pony. They might have got in right after COVID when everything was going up. And I know y'all probably seeing a lot of them people disappear who got in COVID. They were just buying, thinking they was these super freaking daggone traders, and they actually sucked. And then when the market actually started correcting and started doing this, they couldn't make money. Okay, so make sure you know how to adapt to the market. A main thing we want to avoid as well is comparison, man. Let's not compare ourselves to other people. Okay, this is super dangerous, man. That's the problem too. Like it's a blessing and a curse, but like a lot of people get on Instagram and stuff like that, and they're looking at these jets and all this stuff. And usually, I'm gonna be honest with you, people renting the stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Like they renting the jets, they renting the mansions. They going on, I mean, I know some dudes, bro, they taking stories and all this stuff on jets, but legit, they had to go to with 8 people to split the daggone cost up, and they couldn't really afford it. Now, just as a person, if they single, ain't got no family, nothing, is there anything wrong with that? Nah, I'm not. But like, if you doing that just to market to people to sell the stuff, that's not really my MO personally. I don't get down like that. I mean, some people like it, cool, that's for them, right? But if you rocking with me, you watching me, you know we keep it real, right? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. So when I tell you something, I'm saying it to the best of my knowledge. I don't have no reason to lie because I don't get out of that, and that doesn't make me feel good. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want to compare ourselves to other people, okay? We want to stay in our journey. A lot of times we want to compare our step 2, our step 3 to somebody's step 23 or step 33. You feel what I'm saying? And you don't know everything they went through to get to that point. You know what I mean? Like how many hours they put in, how much back testing they did. Like speak for me personally, And this is no like BS. Like again, I don't have no reason to lie. I could care less you believe me or not, for real, because I'm out here for me, right? I remember putting in 16-hour days legit. Like legit. I had sold my business, and so like before I went and got another job and got back to the corporate world, I was like, all right, yo, I'm gonna take months off, right? I took a minute off, and all I did was study every day. My wife would go to work, I would be up trading before she left. She would get home, I'm still trading until we gotta go to sleep. You know what I mean? Like I was determined, because dude, when I saw this opportunity, I said, you know what? I said, I can see the potential in this, and I know it's not gonna be easy, but I'm gonna have to give my all. You feel me? So I chose to sell the business and go all in with trading. Now, nobody told me to do that, right? I wasn't comparing myself because I haven't seen nobody do that. And I also wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna be making $100,000 in the next 2 months. No, I knew it was gonna take time. That's why I was like, yo, I'm gonna have to go back and get another job and all type of things. I already knew this, you feel me? But I know my long-term vision as well, right? So just stay on your lane, stay in your lane rather, and know what you want to do. You feel me? And stay focused, man. Don't worry about the noise. Tone that stuff out. Because another thing, you probably have to get isolated during this journey too. I know I sure had to, right? Out of group chats, out of social media, all that stuff. And now I'm at the point, you know, now I'm consistently profitable. I can talk, you feel me? But like, yo, it's a journey, man. Like, lock in. Don't let nobody like think you got to be, as soon as you make a little money till you got to go spend it. That's dumb. No, let's build this thing so it can last for a long time. Okay, truthfully, this rolls right into the next point, which is taking all these tips and hacks and tricks and trades and signals from like unverified sources, or people who just claim they trading, or really just from anybody but yourself. Okay, again, I'm not saying it's anything wrong with taking the signal. When I first started, I was in one of them signal joints, but I never took the trades he took. I was in it because what I would do is I would put it on mute, and I would go off what I learned, and I would say, okay, let me go in the chat and see if he see what I see, right? So I wasn't in there on all that noise, people saying all this stuff, talking like they fake. I'm like, nah, bro, like you don't, yo, I'm a grown man with a family. You feel me? Like, I done sold my business, dog. Like I gotta really make this work. This ain't no option. I ain't no little kid trying to act like I'm making $1,000 buy some fucking Gucci and make Gucci rich. Nah, I gotta make James rich. I gotta make the Strong family rich. You feel what I'm saying? So I would put it on mute. I would mark up my stuff, and when I would go in there, he'd be like, yo, it's a sale on EU. I'm like, oh, bet. Like, okay, cool, I'm getting better. You know what I'm saying? Hey, did I mark it up? How you marked it up? Cool. And I did it more for confirmation, like a homework type joint, or like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a quiz check, something you want to call it. I did it more for that than just trying to rely on it. And I remember, and you know, we're not gonna go on no tangent, man. Look, if you here, especially if you here this far, you family, you know what I'm saying? Stick around. I got a lot more stories for you. I got a lot of game, because my whole mission is to help a lot of people level up and invest, man. Because I know what it was like to not be able to get consistently profitable for a while. And I had that feeling of I had to make it work for my family. You feel what I'm saying? So now that I'm making multiple streams of income, I'm here to help more people, right? I'm here for the long run. So, hey, we're going to go into it. I ain't going to get too much off subject. Just know, keep watching my videos. Stay tapped in with me. Make sure, too, you go to my description. Hit my link, man. Stay connected with me. I got resources down there, my website, everything, Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So, tap in with me, man. I'm going to share a lot more stories, and we can keep making this money. You feel me? So, but back to it, man. Hey, don't be taking signals and don't rely on them, okay? Don't rely on them. Use them as a check feature, okay? Make sure you're tapping into your own mind, and you can figure this stuff out yourself. That way, if they ever poof and disappeared like most of these cats are, you're not high and dry. You actually took the time to learn a skill. The next thing we want to avoid is emotions, man. But not just emotions, right? We're human. We can't avoid emotions. Nah. Unstable emotions or how we react to our emotions. Fear and greed run the market. That's just a fact. We do not want to have fear. We don't want to be having FOMO. We don't want to be revenge trading. We don't want to be doing any of that nonsense, okay? We want to have strict rules, a strict process, a strict strategy, and stick to it. A lot of emotional reactions can really cloud your judgment, and you will end up making like a lot of decisions that you really wouldn't make if you were level-headed. Then once the market's done or you lost enough money or whatever, right? You look back and be like, dang, shouldn't even took that trade. That's what we want to avoid. We want to avoid that stuff at all costs, okay? Quick tips, you can do this by setting clear rules and maintaining a trading journal. Mark the stuff up, man. Mark what you actually do and mark what your strategy did. And I know people don't want to do it, but it's important. You need to know what really happened, because really it's like a shoot percentage is how I looked at it when I did it, okay? It's like, oh shoot, I came down, I shot this shot. Well, what I would look at was, what did my strategy do and what did I do in real life? So I knew if I took, like, this is when I traded a lot more frequently, but let's just say for make up some numbers. If I had 10 trades that week and it won 6 out of 10, how many did I actually get in the right time? Did I get in any late? Did I get out of any late because I was hoping it would turn around so I lost more than I wanted? Make note of that stuff. That's an easy way too, so you can start really tackling the problems and you can see what area, you know, you're really lacking in, because every motion is not the same. This is one of the things I actually help people with as far as their back testing and their psychology. So I'm not gonna go in depth on it, but just know it's not all the same, right? Each thing you do, you have to look at something different within yourself. And a branch from the emotional section usually is the next point, leads to overtrading, right? So it's like, think of like a tree. You have an emotional root, one of the branches is overtrading. This is a big one, so I wanted to separate this. A lot of people overtrade, but they really, when they're new, they don't really understand how much overtrading really affects them. You have these people talking about, oh, you know, risk 100 to make 100, 1-to-1 or stuff like that. Truthfully, that's not how it really works, right? That's not, you're not gonna hear many people talking about this stuff, but I will. Like I said, I keep everything 100 with you. You have transaction costs and fees and all type of stuff. So anytime if you're really risking a 1-to-1, you risking like a 1-to-90, 1-to-85. Like, it depends on your spread. One, depends on what you're trading, right? Are you trading Forex, CFDs, futures, options? Like, it depends on all that stuff. But ultimately it comes down to, what are your costs to get in and out, right? Your transaction costs and your fees, the broker fees, all that good stuff. What's the spread? That impacts your bottom line. And so a lot of times people may find themselves over trading. At least for me, I did at one point, because I would be supposed to, let's say, a 1-to-2, and I would get in. I was supposed to make $1,000. I got in a little late. You know, this is when I was trading the foreign exchange market on MT5 and all that crap. I couldn't stand it. Truthfully, I'm glad I'm out of it. Now it's futures all day. But the spreads wouldn't get me in, or they would get me in late, and then they would get me out early. And then I'm only making $800. I'm supposed to make $1,000. And I'm like, yo, and now I'm pissed off. Now I want to hold it longer. Come on, now let me hold it to my $1,000 mark. But that's not your plan. It hit the 1-to-2. Now you start finding retracing a little bit. Now you losing money. Now you're like, oh, let me hold it to get back to the number. And it's just ongoing cycle. So over trading is a big thing that people don't focus on. They talk about it. They really don't focus on it to really address it. Set daily trading limits. Focus on quality over quantity. And only go for high probability setups. And this will drastically help your overtrading. I ain't gonna hold you. I had to give you a little bonus and say this one for last, man. The last one I'm gonna add to this video is burnout. This is something you really won't hear people talk about, is burnout. A lot of people look at the screen, right? They have too much screen time, too much backtesting time, watching too many trading videos, all this stuff. They're consuming too much trading. Now, 99% of people won't ever feel this. I'm just keeping it real with you. Like, I was doing 16-hour days and I never burnt out. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a point, but you get to the point, like, if I try to do that now, what I did back then, there's no way. Like, there's no way I would truly burn out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still tap it every day. I still love this game. I'm still going to get better, because, like, I'm not where I'm going to be. You feel me? I'm good now. I'm consistently profitable. But I have big goals. You know what I'm saying? I want to make millions. You feel me? So I'm still learning, but like, as you get to another level, you have to start to train different. You know, like, it's kind of like sports. If you play sports in high school, you might eat cheeseburgers. I remember eating cheeseburgers, fries before the game, all type of stuff. You get into the league, or you get into college, or, you know, real life. Now we got to eat a little healthier. We got to work out smarter. You know, now we don't go in the gym and lift heavy. Now we do more functional lifting, more body weight, calisthenics. You change and adapt, and it's the same way with the markets. Take regular breaks, prioritize yourself, man, and set boundaries on how much you're actually trading once. Now, there ain't no excuse. Now you be like, oh, hey, James ain't say shit. All right, once you get over that hump, once you get over the hump, you know, set boundaries. Now, always prioritize yourself, no matter if you're the beginning or the end. Now, you're going to have to put in a lot of hours and time up front. But once you get to a certain point, you really got your feet wet and you're consistent, man, don't keep doing the same thing. You know, we want to start working smarter, not just harder, you know? So if you like this type of content, man, make sure you tap in with me. Go to my description, hit the link in it. I got a lot of free resources coming and products and services to help you guys out. And you already know what's up, man. If you like making money, make sure you subscribe. And if you don't like making money, then don't subscribe, man. It's that simple.